Another night, another nightmare. But this time, death is only the beginning. Today we dive into a twisted horror story where a group of friends are trapped in a time loop of murder, monsters, and madness. Welcome to the recap of Until Dawn. The female lead, Clover, is a woman whose younger sister Megan suddenly went missing, leaving behind only a short video. From the background in the clip, Clover tracks down a supermarket, suspecting that Megan had been there. As soon as she pulls out Megan's photo, the supermarket owner immediately asks her if the girl is missing. That instantly raises Clover's suspicion. Based on the location given by the owner, Clover and her friends drive there, but on the way they encounter a violent storm, to the point where they can't even see the road ahead. While everyone argues about whether to turn back, the car suddenly crosses into another area. The weather here is completely different, isolated from the storm outside. Curly Hair thinks it's just a natural phenomenon, but right after saying that, he suddenly falls into a strange house that appears in front of them, leaving only Clover standing at the water wall. Something terrifying is about to happen. The house's interior is very old-fashioned. On the walls hangs a creepy hourglass and a bunch of missing person posters. But strangely, there are no phone numbers or descriptions on them, almost like they're deliberately displaying results of some experiment. Another girl finds a visitor logbook on a desk, and Megan's name seems to be written inside. So her sister really did disappear here. But was she kidnapped? Just as everyone is confused, the sound of an engine roars outside. Their car parked in the yard has been started by someone, revving aggressively like a taunt. Realizing someone has bad intentions, one of the girls suggests looking for a landline inside, since none of their cell phones have signal. Inside, they find a dusty basement that looks long abandoned. But strangely, this basement has windows. The phones and radios don't work, completely cutting them off from the outside world. Suddenly, strange noises come from the kitchen, and the atmosphere turns terrifying. One girl slowly enters and flicks the light switch, only to find a masked butcher standing there. The others in the basement hear the commotion and quickly hide. While the butcher looks away, the clown grabs a chair and smashes it over his back. But the attack is useless, like scratching an itch. In an instant, the clown is killed. The cowardly girl hides in a closet, trembling in fear, praying she won't be found. Clover, more composed, quietly takes a knife into her hand. Soon the coward is discovered and brutally killed, her head smashed against the ground despite her begging. Seizing the chance, Clover stabs the butcher in the back, but he feels no pain and keeps chasing her. That first night, all of them are slaughtered. But then, the hourglass on the wall flips, and suddenly everyone comes back to life at the same time. Wait, didn't they just die? Their photos now appear on the missing person wall. They realize they might be trapped in a time loop, like in a sci-fi movie. But this night's events are already different from the last. A knock at the door suddenly echoes. The door creaks open on its own, then shuts eerily by itself, sending chills down their spines. Curly Hair braces the door with an iron rod, but then one of the group suddenly convulses violently and levitates in the air, clearly possessed. The entity leaves her body, only for the knocking to return, this time with Megan's voice crying for help. But peeking through the gap, they see no one. Curly Hair recalls the coward's earlier warning, "Don't let her in." But worried about her sister, Clover ignores the danger and opens the door, only to find nothing. Instead, across the yard, a haunted house materializes. Suddenly, Clover is dragged away by a mysterious force into the darkness. She wakes up in a pitch-black room full of creepy mannequins wearing masks. In the corner sits a long-necked old woman. Clover tries to escape, but the old woman stands and pins her down. Clover's eyes change from struggle to sinister. Something has possessed her. Meanwhile, her friends try to flee in their car, but in the forest, a massive 100-meter-tall monster blocks the road. Forced to turn back, they find the car doors locked. Moments later, the butcher's axe ends their lives once more. Another girl, desperate to save Clover, enters the haunted house alone. A chair starts rocking by itself. Thinking it's just her imagination, she turns and finds a clown doll has appeared on it. She picks it up, but 10 minutes later, everyone revives again. This time, they hide in the bathroom to strategize. Clover recalls something a witch once told her. Each time they revive, their bodies get weaker. Some are already losing hair, Still, they find a water tap and drink from it, not suspecting anything. The first girl to feel wrong spits blood, coughs violently, then her body explodes. One by one, those who drank the water explode as well. When Clover is about to die, the supermarket owner suddenly appears before her. After reviving again, one of the group begins mutating, fangs growing, turning into a monster. They realize if they don't escape soon, they'll die here forever. Searching through old newspapers, they discover this whole house was once buried underground, explaining why the basement had windows. The real exit is the main front door. They also find videotapes showing cruel experiments. People trapped in this sealed space, forced to be killed by monsters, revived and killed again, until their minds and bodies collapse, turning into zombies. That's the curse of this place. The radio crackles with the supermarket owner's voice. Leave one person behind and the rest may go free. Clover doesn't believe him. Another girl uses spiritual methods to locate the mastermind, an old man who demands only Clover come. Her friends worry she won't survive, but selfish curly hair suggests abandoning Clover to save themselves. To stop him from running, he is attacked by the others. Clover, meanwhile, steps into the forest and accidentally falls into a trap, dragged into the darkness. Later, her friends also fall victim to monsters. One of them sacrifices herself, falling into a pit with a beast. Another finds Clover trapped with her leg caught in a steel trap. Suddenly, a monster appears. It's Megan, now part of the curse. Forced to fight, Clover kills her own sister. They keep running, encountering zombies and more creatures. In a surveillance room, Clover finds the old man, who tells her this entire place runs on her own inner fears. She realizes she must kill him to escape. While he's distracted, she poisons his tea with leaking water. The plan works. She kills him and grabs his key. She rescues her friend just as the chained monster breaks free. But the old man's death enrages every creature in the house. They swarm, chasing the group as the hourglass runs out of sand. At the last second, they finally escape through the main door. At the last second, they burst into the night and escape in their car. The nightmare is over. Or is it? Because in the final shot, another car pulls up to the cursed house. And that was Until Dawn, a tale of time loops, monsters, and one girl's desperate fight to save her sister. What would you do if death wasn't the end, but only the beginning? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget, subscribe if you dare. Until next time, stay safe.